Hi. Hello, hello. I'm just gonna switch this. Everything's busy. Oops. Sorry, guys. Figuring out the best angle for doing this. Hi. Okay, let's get on Instagram here. Okay. How's everybody doing today? We're gonna do the little energy report for the astrology of today. And yeah, 20 degrees. There we go. There's a lot happening in the cosmos today. Okay. Hello, hello. Okay. My filter on. Welcome. Today is June 12th. I don't know. I literally only keep a track of time from the moon phase. I know I can't be the only one. How's everyone doing today? Hi, Gabriella. Hi. I'm just taking some of my notes. I don't forget to tell you anything about the astrology. Okay, so today there's two big transits happening that can make us feel a little wonky. So I want us all, basically nothing is real and everything is real right now. That is your astrology weather. We have kind of slipped into this other space where anything you can think, anything you do think is real, anything that you want to manifest can come out really clearly. But in that, it can be very ungrounding. So I want us all to think about how we can stay grounded this weekend, but also let ourselves be in this in-between space. Like we're going through a huge upgrading, a huge shift. The moon is squaring Neptune, and Neptune is squaring Mars. So we have this whole thing happening, this meeting up of this energy. Like, let's break that down. Moon, Mars, Neptune, and Mars is in Pisces. So the moon and Neptune and Mars are in Pisces, which we all know Pisces is what kind of energy? It's dreamy, it's Neptunian ruled, so it's about the subconscious realm, it's about like being in that space of the dream world a little bit, right? So we're all in, like, our emotions are in that place. Neptune, which is how we like tap into that higher realm, is there, and then Mars, how we take action, is there. So what does this feel like for you all? I'm curious, like, how we've been feeling. Literally the energy right now is like, over the weekend, is going to be kind of surreal. Okay, but it is real. It's just a different reality than we're used to. So things aren't going to happen in that linear way we expect. Mercury in Cancer is also trining the moon. So something emotional might come, there might be emotional like news that comes up this weekend, something emotional today, tomorrow. It's a good time to listen. But this whole like weekend is a time for like spiritual practice, okay? So let me know if you have a spiritual practice. I'm gonna pull a card for us, like what we should focus on for our spiritual practice this weekend, so we can get some like ground ourselves in some of that information. But really, there's I'm looking at my notes here. The Mercury in Cancer trine the moon is a great time to actually have difficult conversations if there is like something unexpected that pops up, because Mercury in Cancer is like softens words. It's like soaking in a hot tub or soaking in the ocean before you like stretch or do something. It's like that Mercury in Cancer is salt water. So that's really nice. This is all energy of being tired. Yeah, I see Maddie says you're being like anxious and panicked. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep saying it, but eclipse energy is super tiring. It's super exhausting. We're going through like shifts and upgrades right now, and we're going through like an undertow that's pulling a lot to the surface, and while we're being pulled into like a higher, a lot of fifth dimension consciousness, this eclipse has us in the galactic center, which is like an electromagnetic field that we're going through like a cosmic wash rinse cycle. So, hello, happy Friday morning. I know sometimes we talk about things and they're so heady on here. So I wanted to share, yeah, like spiritual practices are going to be huge. Mars Neptune, which we're in right now, means that there can be a huge spreading of, like, things can spread very fast right now. So I want to just take one Virgo moment on the earth plane and just say, be mindful of the coronavirus stuff. Like, still, washing your hands, wearing a mask, just because it's summer, just because we have a lot of new things to focus on in the news cycle, doesn't mean the coronavirus is gone. So I just want us to be mindful of that. That came through like very clear this morning from my guides. And then the other thing is that Mars and Neptune conjunct is like, they can, what's the right word? This like Mars and Pisces, Neptune and Pisces is like, things can happen really fast. There can be mindset shifts. There can be healing that happens really fast. Information can spread really fast. I think we're watching that right now. So enjoy that. Enjoy the feeling of like, you don't have to do it all on your own. You don't have to cure every person of bigotry and racism in your Instagram feed right now. LOL, I've been there. That's just something that I kind of get hung up on, is like there's like a shifting and an awakening. So you just keep minding your energy, speaking up when you need to, but don't feel this pressure of you having to do everything all on your own, all at once, okay? So there's a deep spreading. So with that spreading on the earth plane, we're looking out for coronavirus. On the spiritual plane, we're trusting that information and consciousness and healing is happening faster than normal right now. And we have to remember too with that, today and the 14th, Mercury is making a hard aspect with the nodes of fate and with Athena, and Pluto is squaring Eris. And all this means for us, when I heard it, is like we are rebuilding our world, but we're also rebuilding ourselves. So be gentle. Make sure you are taking time for all that inner work, that self-care. It's so important right now. And next week is going to have some hot, spicy astrology. So next week's astrology is going to be, we have Mercury is going retrograde on the 17th to add that to the mix. We're going to expect some more unexpected. There's some Pluto conjuncts this week and next week that were going on during the time of the impeachment, or during the time when Kobe Bryant was killed in the crash. So there's going to be some more upheaval, which is good, more things coming to the surface, more opportunities for healing and cleansing. But I want us to take this weekend where we have all this Mars, Neptune, Moon action to be in a spiritual space. Pray, meditate, ask for healing in the dream time, Rider. Yeah, that's really, there's some of the things that I've been having people coming to me and healing things in my sleep. I've had my ancestors coming, other people's ancestors coming. I've had deep like anger cleansing, of like helping me transmute that anger into sacred rage, this action. So I want us all to rely on, like, you were born, I keep saying this, you were incarnated right now in this time for a reason, and you have a spiritual squad, a spiritual team, an army, legions of angels helping you, legions of ancestors that want to support you, okay? So this weekend I want us to like lean back and let that like recharge us a little bit, okay? Yes. Hi, my Leo rising yoga. It's gather up fruits and berries in the dream time. There's so much healing. There's there's a deeper level of recharging than we can even do on the earth plane happens in that realm, okay? And with this, all of this Pisces action happening, that's our invitation, right? It's like we've been doing it on the earth realm. Everyone's been hitting the pavement, hitting the streets, having the tough conversations. So good. And then this weekend we want to receive. So we're going to keep having those tough conversations. And Mercury in Cancer is softening the muscle for us to do that. But it's important to gather, okay, for my spiritual warriors, 1000%. And finances, downloads about finances. The energy that's coming through is the spiritual realm is doing a lot of reorganizing, a lot of restructuring around abundance and around what money, who's rewarded and for what, and what the energy of money is. A lot of that is Uranus and Taurus. We're going to be going through like a whole restructuring of how money is kind of dispersed. I definitely encourage us all to plug in this weekend into that higher realm, doing some abundance consciousness mindset. Like our guides and our ancestors want us to know money is just energy. So tuning in to that higher 5D consciousness of like, just like how we're worthy of one thing is going to affect all of our finances. So do we think we're worthy of love? Do we think we're worthy of healing? Do we think we're worthy of hugs? That's the same thing, money coming through. And the money that's going to be rewarded right now, like the money that's going to flow, is like collaboration energy, is thinking about things that, how are we pushing ourselves forward as society. So, okay, we can talk about, I don't remember where your Venus is offhand. Looking to your Venus right now is a good place to understand, like, your Venus is where you're magnetic in your chart. So your Venus is your like values plus your magnetism equals your manifestation. So aligning with your values of your Venus and aligning with the feeling of worthiness that we can deconstruct through your Venus helps you step into the place of infinite source energy where things flow to you, opportunities, cashola, needing just openings. So Venus and Virgo. Okay. So yeah, Venus and Virgo, you're gonna really value that being organized, like that structure is really important. And Venus and Virgo really wants like to feel appreciated and to feel like you work with people in a way that respect your other values. And Venus and Virgo is gonna be a lot about like treating yourself with respect, like getting organized, getting clear, following through with things. Like that's where you plug into a lot of your own worthiness actually, is like treating yourself that way. Does that make sense? It's a longer talk, but I hope that kind of helps. So yeah, so this weekend, just lots of Pisces energy. So I'm gonna say the shadow energy of that. Oops. Ooh, I talked about shadow and I got like a pause from Instagram. The shadow energy of all this Pisces energy. You guys keep hearing me saying it, but don't forget, we still have Venus retrograde. We still have Mercury going retrograde. We still have 4 planets retrograde. There's going to be 5, 6 coming in July. The fog is discernment, okay? If people are coming out of the woodwork right now, like have that, like you want to have that discernment of who's coming into your life right now and why. Whether it's an ex, are they a toxic ex? Did you get rid of them for a reason? Is it someone, I keep thinking about Leo rising yoga here. Yeah, the veil is thin as fuck. The veil is thin. So what does that mean? Our thoughts are manifesting really fast. But I think about someone like you, Leo rising yoga. You've been in this space and speaking about solidarity and racial equity and spiritual healing forever. All this retrograde Neptune energy is also like people are gonna be coming into your DMs like, hey, I'm finally ready to like, oh my god, I see what you mean with Black Lives Matter and like let's talk about it, or do you want to talk about it? And it's this energy of like, and I know Leo rising yoga has boundaries like a mother effer, but like having that boundary of like who is coming into your life right now because it benefits them, and what are they asking for from you and not giving back. This is that like we want to have that clear headedness. Like if you had someone who's an ex who dropped you like it was hot, and then they're trying to come back into your DMs right now, it's probably because they're lonely. It's probably because they're going. It's not. You know, we just want to have that clear headedness and have those boundaries. All the Pisces energy demands really clear boundaries in our container, because the clearer we are, that Pisces energy is water. It's hose energy. It's like you have all this water around you that we can tap into the manifestations of the new future we're creating. But when we don't have boundaries, it's like we're letting that water leak everywhere. We're sending that water to people who don't necessarily deserve that, like heart energy, that consciousness energy, just energy from us. So it's like taking water and just pouring it on a table. There's no boundaries, okay? So this is an example of water with boundary. Okay, there's a container around it. This is what I want you to be. The stronger you have a boundary on your protection of your energy, your Pisces energy, you can actually use it. You can drink from this. You can have like functionality of your energy. You can direct it. And honey boo boos, I want you to think about the tighter your boundaries are with yourself and your self honoring and your self care and your self regulation and your self putting yourself first in this way that feels really honoring of you and your values and staying in alignment, that this container gets tighter and tighter, and you know what it becomes eventually? A motherfucking hose. And you know what a fire hose can do? We've seen it. It can cut through concrete, okay? So this Pisces energy this weekend, I want us to think about getting so clear with our intentions and being so honoring of our space and so honoring of our energy, because that in a clear way, we're cutting through. We're creating a new future, okay? We're not focused on the behind. We're learning lessons from behind, but we're directing that fire hose to the future, okay? I need everyone watching this to focus your energy, have boundaries. That toxic ex, that friend who was a fair weather friend who didn't care about you or care about the social justice or care about aligning themselves with a higher vibration before, and now they're doing it because it's trendy, great. Send them love. There's plenty of resources out there. You don't owe them anything in terms of like holding their hand, petting their back while they're going through this process. You could say, hey, great. You know, if they want to have an open conversation and you're open to that and it feels good to you, great. But there's going to be a lot of like leechy energy with this Pisces. So we want to have this container, okay? This is powerful. The container around the water. Okay? I know X is coming. Oh my God. Yeah. I know, Arden. I've been getting the same thing. Like, I've been trying to not be on like social on the scroll. I'm trying to detox from the scroll during eclipse season. I come on, I connect with you people Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because you give me life. I've been doing one post a day, and I've been trying to just walk away. I've actually been doing a post and then deleting Instagram from my phone. It's tedious, but I know how I can just mindlessly go back on. And it is a huge source of information for me and healing. But I also feel like my guides are telling me, like, you kind of know everything you need to know for right now. I do like to check on in the mornings, you know, in terms of things. What can we share about? What are we talking about for the day? Like the Breonna Taylor news, Breonna's law getting passed yesterday. That was the moment I was happy on social media, because I was like, fuck yeah. But there's always more work to be done. I think this boundary on ourselves for Instagram is going to be important, especially through eclipse season on July 5th. So in honor of that, yeah, the app timers, it helps. Okay, so in honor of that, I am really just here on these morning shows to serve you. So let me know, DM me what else you want to talk about, what you want to know about, how can I help gird your loins, how can I help fill your cup again, especially, you know, you all know me, I'm always about sharing the mic, passing the mic. This is just a made up platform of Instagram. It's not about me and my ego. So if anybody wants to do an Instagram takeover on my account, great, go for it. If anyone wants to come here and talk about something, if someone just wants to come on here and tell your story, the download I get is storytelling is so important right now. For us to hear each other's stories, there's an activation happening around that. And there's an activation around the words that we're using. So I want us to be all really mindful of words we're using. I'm going to do a post about this later, But there's so many amazing words that we're learning in the social justice, racial equity space. But we also want to be mindful of, like Martin Luther King talked about, how we use black in our society to reference something, you know, that's like unworthy or undesirable. I want us to think about those words. Someone the other day was saying good cop, bad cop. Abby was saying like I want to break myself from that languaging. One of my clients, Lauren, she was talking about how she doesn't use black sheep in her family. She calls it the glitter sheep. So I want us to think about our words, reprogramming, and the stories that we're telling and the stories we're listening to. So with that being said, this is open invitation to come use my platform, share your stories, slide into my DM if you know someone whose story should be told, if you want to tell yours, if you have something that you think is a deeper awareness for people to learn about right now. Like, there's literally nothing I have to say right now that, like, about the normal stuff I talk about, and like this is it. Anything, the spell, what is the spell we're casting and weaving? Absolutely. Words are spells, and my guides told me last year, and posts are prayers. Your posts, your Instagram posts are prayers, okay? Words are spells, posts are prayers. So I'm gonna pull cards for us just to kind of be like, what do we need to know for this week? And then I'm gonna read you an excerpt of this book, Love Letters, by one of our cosmic bosses, Chris. They are an amazing channeler of words, and their spoken word poetry on YouTube is life-changing. I'm going to read a poem from that. I'm going to pull a card from the Archetype deck, and I'm going to pull a card from the Akamara Tarot deck. That is an independent deck. I highly recommend it. Akamara, it speaks to tarot through the lens of African ancestry, and it is it's so healing. I mean, it's also just the most beautiful, beautiful deck. Gold. Oh my God, don't look at my fingers. I was just gardening this morning. I'm sorry. They're so dirty. So I'm going to pull 2 cards from us of what we need to know for the weekend, for this Pisces energy. What's the energy that we're still breathing in and replenishing ourselves with? And then from there, I just want everyone to be really good to yourself this weekend. Okay, I know everyone watching this, I know who you are, and I know that you're all social justice warriors, so I don't need to be preaching to you about, I know everyone's educating themselves, speaking up, donating, signing, petitions. You also need to breathe back in, breathe something back in. Like Pisces is like a bath. I want you to bathe in something. Okay, so let's just close our eyes. Yes, dirt is clean. Dirt is clean. Dirt is clean. I know. I've been starting my day in the dirt, and it's been so grounding to me. Thank you, Mama Earth. Thank you for grounding me during this time. Okay, so let's just close our eyes and tune in. If you're watching this at home, just taking a few deep breaths, feeling that coolness, that inhale, exhale. You're alive, you're alive, you're alive, you're full of life, you're full of spirit right now, right? And just maybe saying your name to yourself, calling your power back in, and just asking, what is my cosmic, what is my soul family, what do we need to hear right now, what do we need to know for our highest, purest good? What do we need to know for the highest, purest, most just, most beautiful, most harmonious good of our greater collective right now? And we just bow deeply to this moment. We bow deeply to this honor that we have to be ushering in, to be doulaing in this new world, this new paradigm. We're just here to be open and clear vessels for spirit on earth. Aho, Ashe, Amen, and so it is. Okay, let's see what the cards have for us. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, okay. Let me see, I'm gonna read from the book on, wow, this deck, okay, like I said, this Akamara deck is so beautiful. Wow, we got a gift here, and I'm just bugging out because of how in line it is with everything that the Neptune and Pisces energy. So I'm just pulling it up in the deck, in the books. I want us all to read the author's words and what she envisioned for this card. So we talked about literally the cup. Can you guys see this? I'll put it on YouTube too. Beautiful. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. This card, this golden cup. Like, this thing that it keeps saying about the container. This card is about like filling up your own cup, and that something is coming down from heaven. Like, it's kind of like the Ace of Cups in the traditional deck. Like, there's something coming for us that we can just receive from. There's a receiving right now. There's a receiving of like of heart energy, of emotional upgrades. We're going through this beautiful cleansing of like our spirits, and our vibrations are raising right now. And this is the element of water. Beautiful. Thank you, Leo Rising Yoga. Ashe is our spiritual, our power. Ooh, I'm like actually kind of shook. I'm like, I feel like I start crying right now from this card. So this is what we know. Ashe of Calabash, she calls this card. This is the like Ace of Cups, like I said, in the traditional symbology. So like cups, this container, this openness, this water. Like, we are being gifted. Like, whenever we see the ace, actually the spiritual power, it's like a gift from heaven. It's nothing that like we need to earn or fight for or struggle for. It's just this like our divine birthright, and all we have to do is allow it to move through us. So for this weekend, like, I literally want us to like bathe in this energy. And I'll read here. It says, common name Ace of Cups, ruled by Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, the element of water, and it's a yes card. The aware energy of this, when you're aware of it, it feels like love's purest form, abundance, creativity, pregnancy. This still like stagnant version of this card is feeling unloved, sadness, rejection, love, lost. So I want us to step back into this place of like of love and abundance. This card is so beautiful. It says it signifies new emotional beginnings, and healthy ones at that. Oh, thank you. If you have been feeling blue, then expect a total 180 in that department. This is a period of emotional growth, happiness, joy, and abundant love. The only relationships now are the ones to strengthen, where there's new healthy ones that are forming. If you're wanting to get married, expect to build a foundation during this time for your relationship. This is like a building foundations for relationships to stand the test of time. Be happy, expect the best, and you will receive it. This is your time to enjoy a reset, a do-over, a new beginning, and stepping into a new phase, especially around emotional health. Ooh, that's so beautiful. Yes, you're welcome, Val, Mindy. Pisces sun. Ooh, we got like our Pisces water energy. How beautiful is this? How, like, oh, I just want to like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of the wisdom and the divine love of the universe and the spirit beings and the light beings and our ancestors and our loved ones and our angels that are holding us, and they're like flooding us back with life force. Cosmic nectar within African spiritual systems. Oh, like drinking of that nectar, and that nectar is like, right when you said that, like the nectar, it's like I tasted something sweet upon my tongue. Like, we have sweetness coming. We have sweetness coming, right? Oh, thank you. I needed that. I feel really emotional pulling that card. There's a rebirth, the sweetness. It's all we know. And this weekend, I had this, it's kind of this download that the spiritual warriors were going through everything the collective goes through. like a few months or a year ahead of time. So I'm sure a lot of you, maybe the last year, 2 years, 5 years, were a deep breaking down of everything. Your emotional self, maybe your physical self, maybe your financial selves. I think because we had to be strong to understand what we're going through as a collective right now and just be on the other side of it. So I think that we're gonna experience a little bit of this sweetness, this cosmic nectar, so we can taste it, so we can speak on it and preach on it, and kind of like take it to the streets of like, no, 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 we know the world that's coming, we see it. It's like Martin Luther King, I had a dream, I had a taste of this nectar, and it's so good. Like, don't give up, like this is what's coming. So that's powerful. That's really beautiful. I pulled another card from the archetype deck. I mean, it's not going to do any justice to that card, but just to complement and to bring it into one level further, it's the vow. This card reminds me in like biblical, the covenant, the covenant that Noah made. Listen, something's coming through. I have full body chills. Like when Noah, for any of you, I'm taking us back to vacation Bible study. It's summertime, we're going there. Like the study of Noah and the ark, like there was a covenant that was made in that moment, right? That's what the rainbow is. The rainbow, which is also our LGBTQ rainbow, it's like a covenant. It's a promise. God, goddess, spirit flooded the earth, okay? Flooded the earth with what? Water. So, because we needed a reset. But then there was a covenant that, God would never do that again. There would never be a turning of the back. There would never be a reset. So don't worry, we're not going anywhere. This is not coming out to wipe us. But in that too, there is the moment of what did Noah have to do? Noah had to build the ark, build the container. And guess what? I'm sure when Noah was building that, people around him were like, you crazy, boo. What is Noah? Noah was a psychic. Noah was a spiritual oracle. Noah was what we call now, like people who read tarot, who pull down energy, who channel, who read astrology. Mainstream looks at you like, you're a little crazy, But that's what Noah was doing. God didn't come to him in human form. The goddess, spirit, source spoke to him through his consciousness and said, build this ark. So right now, we are being asked to build an ark of sorts. Take this care of our container. Build it, see the future, know it's coming, gather. Trust. But like this rainbow, something better is coming, something beautiful is coming. And yes, there is an astrology around the end of September. There's September 9th, Mars is going retrograde, and we're probably going to see another huge spike in coronavirus. Someone asked about that on YouTube. And even this month, July 25th, there's a Mars-Neptune hard aspect that happened the last time there was a spike in the virus. So we want to keep being, like this container, this water. We are, like me and my beautiful friend Abby were talking this morning, like everyone wants life to get back to normal and things to open, but like there's no normal to go back to. And right now is the time to take care of our container, to build our ark, get our spiritual mastery going, get our prayer, meditation, get your hands in the dirt, make your own food, connect in, like educate yourself, read your books, read your anti-racism resources, text. It all goes together, it all flows together. The rushing to get back out there, like we're in like a cosmic spaceship bubble, we're in a cosmic arc right now, and like the flood is happening, but it's a different type of flood, and that's all that Pisces, Mars and Pisces energy. Okay, so September's gonna be a hot mess, so we have to gird our loins here and now. Okay, September, like we're in this astrology for a while, like through 2022, 2023 is when things will so I'm saying it's not bad if you're allowing, and astrology is just a magnifier. It's a magnifier of your consciousness and your awareness. If you're going in with this vow energy, with this cosmic nectar energy, that is what's going to be magnified and amplified during this. Okay, a flood of consciousness. Yes. So before I read Chris with a K's poem, go follow them. They are beautiful. They are an oracle. They are taking time off of social media, which is very important, but they have this book, Love Letters, and they are also hosting a program on spiritual self-publishing that I'm going to be taking to in July. It's going to be amazing. Before I read this, I just do want to share everyone, like, take it easy this weekend. I'm taking a course that I found through Leo Rising Yoga on how to be a digital ally. I'm going to be reading, I'm going to be in nature, I'm going to be restoring and like filling my cup, okay? So I invite all of us to do that, but in a way that feels so in flow, okay? Like allow yourself to receive. We have a message as a collective. We really have to learn how to receive. We're so focused on the output. Magazine PDF. It's 1111, and all the proceeds go to Black Trans Homeless Women Fund. That's the name of it in Atlanta. And you also get a free bonus PDF of everything that you need to know for eclipse season. So it's an eclipse season guide to the 3 eclipses, what it means, the astrology of it, the do's and don'ts, the self-care. Obviously, you keep hearing me say it, but don't charge your crystals under the eclipse energy. This is energy they want to